again, guys. Well, I just finished getting unstuck from outside because it was, a little bit of soft snow on the other side of the property, and I tried to pull a semicircle so I didn't have to back up the snowmobile, and I got stuck. I went down like 2 feet, so I had to dig my way out. Destroyed my back in the process. And 3 hours later, here I am. So while I'm waiting for my soup to, reconstitute, made myself a consommé, 7-flavor consommé from Happy Yak. And it takes about 15-20 minutes. I just poured 500 milliliters of water in the bag here and give it about 20 minutes and let it come back to life. In the meantime, I'm going to do a little bit of axe care, axe maintenance, call it whatever you want. It's basically, just to try to avoid rust, because these things are made out of carbon steel, and it doesn't take much for them to rust out, especially when you come back from the outdoors. What I usually do, although I didn't have to do it this time, is I put some boiled linseed oil on my axe handles here, and I just keep doing that. Boiled linseed oil, it just dries up really fast, and I think that's the only difference really between the boiled and the non-boiled linseed oil. The boiled one dries up pretty fast, and you can pass a coating, wipe it off. 10 minutes later you can probably do it again, but I'm not doing it this time because I took care of the wood a little while ago. What I'm going to do is take care of my the heads, and the way I like to do it I get one of these industrial towels here that you can pick up any hardware store. Costco has them too. And what I like to do is mix, this could be a little cold, so mix some gun oil. Actually, put some gun oil on the head, and then rub some beeswax onto it. And what the beeswax will do, it'll create like a coating, and it'll prevent the rust. And then when you use the axe, as soon as you strike your wood, it just flakes right off. Very easy way to do things. And when you're using oil, gun oil, the gun oil just cuts through the wax and just makes it a little bit easier. So I just put a little bit of gun oil here on the head. And I usually should be wearing gloves because it's pretty sharp and I don't want to cut myself, but I'll be a little careful. But yeah, I just throw some gun oil all over the head of the axe, and then I just take my my block of beeswax, and I like to use the big ones like this because they're easier to handle, and when you're handling them on a sharp blade or an axe head, less risk of cutting yourself. So I just rub the beeswax in there, and it will create a coating, and then whatever excess there is, I'll remove it. And you'll know when you have wax on there because it's going to get you're gonna see it, you're gonna feel it getting a little sticky. Put a little more gun oil here. Basically that's it. And that will protect your head from rusting out. You can also heat this up a bit if you want to make it a little easier. Well, you don't have to really. Maybe I will heat it up just a tad. Basically that's it, guys. Catch you a little later. So this is what this soup looks like, and I have to tell you guys, it tastes pretty well, pretty good. You know, it's got vermicelli, it's got I don't know, veggies in here. Flavor is pretty good. And what I love about these meals, guys, is that you know, you come up here. And in the winter, I don't have any running water up here, so we shut down all the pumps and we disconnect the plumbing so that it doesn't freeze over. So what I do, I just carry a couple of big, you know, about 20 liters of water, and I don't like doing dishes. And these little meals in a bag from Happy Yak, they are so practical, man. I mean, you make your food, you wipe your plate. Many times you can eat right out of the bag, and you just take that bag and you scaff it in your stove. It'll burn. And no dishes, no mess. You know, no fuss, no mess. And they're pretty good. They're not cheap, but I think quality-wise, at least one of the better ones out there. Yes, sir.